a country rock band and actually have them do it and say the Raise plays right?
Yeah.
That's the dream. But at least I have it sounding like at least I can go, look, this is what it sounds like. Can you just play this song? And here's the words are there. Just say Raise plays right. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
We could almost have Chris Kills do it if we wanted to.
Yeah, sure.
It'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Awesome. What is up, Juice Gang? Welcome to the Raise Plays Radio Show. This is the Raise Plays Radio Show. We have another amazing show for you, as always. And holy moly, this is going to be a great one. You know, it's not so often that I get to talk shop with an amazing podcaster like the young lady we have on today. Most of the stuff we do here, we shoot off the hip. We don't know what we're doing. We just do a lot of crazy things. I have a lot of crazy ideas that pop in my head, and we do them unless Ramon says don't do that, and then I just go. But so it's pretty awesome to be able to have some fellowship or communion or some talk or some shop talk with a fellow podcaster, and that's what we're going to do tonight. Our guest today is the host of the 110 podcast. No, the podcast is not about the 110 freeway. It's amazing. It's an amazing show. It's like if you want, you don't got time to sit here and listen to Race Plays for 2 hours. So you want to listen to a podcast that's like really quick in your car. 10 minutes. That's right. One band in 10 minutes. She reviews the band. She tells you why she likes it. She plays them. I'm going to ask her how she does it because it's a really interesting format. She doesn't have them in house like I do, but she somehow gets them to answer a question. I don't know if it's pre-recorded. We'll ask her about that. But it's pretty, I think, a really interesting way to format your show. One band in 10 minutes, and the bands are incredible. She has an amazing taste in music, and we've created a great partnership because here's the deal. Some of the bands really do want to tell their whole story, and she'll actually be kind enough to send them over to our show, and we'll spend a lot of time with them. We've done that with Chris Kills. We've done that with Jericho. I'm not sure who else we've done it with. We've done so many shows here, but we're going to do more because she has some amazing bands. And what I like about it is she has bands like she and we'll ask her why. She says she doesn't like the K bands, the bands that are like over a K, like the big bands. She wants the indie band, the underground bands. That's the same thing that we do here on Race Plays. We do the hip hop underground and bands that nobody knows about. So I love that. I love that about the way she does her stuff. I love her style. I love her show, and I'm pretty excited to get her on. So please help me welcome Mrs. I always have a bunch of Mrs. Thank God we got some ladies on the show, ladies and gentlemen. Mrs. Dee Fur to the show, ladies and gentlemen. What is up, Dee Fur?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. I'm excited. I'm excited to have you on. Been wanting to have you on the show a long time, so I'm pretty excited to have you on today.
Thanks for having me. Yeah. Took a while. I'm very busy.
Oh, yeah.
Not really, but
it's crazy. The holidays out of control. We're kicking off 2025. This is our first interview, actually. 2025. Nice. Let's go, baby. Let's get it. It's awesome. Welcome in, my friend. Before we start, let's explain your rap name. Dee Fur. Is it like anti-fur? Explain your name.
It's Dee Fur, my name that starts with a D.
Okay, but you don't. So, you just go by your rap name.
Huh?
We don't want to dox you. You just go by your rap name, right? You don't want to give up your real name.
Yeah. I mean, if you listen to my other podcasts, I use my name, but I just rather keep it like that. Nice. And me and my husband go back and forth on this. We talked about it on the last podcast, I think. I got to separate music from work, and I work with a lot of people, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So if I hear my name, I'm like, okay, that's work people. If I hear DeeFur, I'm like, all right, I know you from mics and stuff. You know, just got to separate it.
Smart, totally smart. I'm used to it because of Twitch. We all have our names like Race Flaves, of course. Some people have like DGS 619, like like different. Yeah. Twitch is the same way. Like everybody's got their own hidden name. So I'm totally used to that. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. You're the podcast host of the 110 podcast, but not only that, you're a singer. You play guitar. You do gigs. You have an album called The Taco Truck Confessions, which is one of the greatest albums I've ever heard in my life because it has to do with tacos. Right?
Yeah. Thank you. I don't know if it's the greatest, but
I think it's the greatest. Here's an example of why it's the greatest. You wrote a song about John Turturro.
Yes.
Which is one of the great actors of our time. Right?
Yes. I thought you were gonna go with
amazing.
Mick Foley.
Huh?
I thought you were gonna go with Mick Foley.
Oh, Mick Foley. Oh, Mick Foley, of course. But you know, but John Turturro. You're talking about many movies. You're talking about Transformers. You're talking about Jesus Rolls.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. He's Ghostbusters as well. I think he's in one of the Ghostbusters. Is that true?
I don't remember. I don't remember that one.
I could be totally wrong. I'm horrible at the cinema, but he's always he's like this guy in charge, but he's funny, and then and there's this one movie, I forgot what it was, like he's hilarious through the whole thing, and then he just takes over and leads the whole thing. It might be is he in Dirty Bastards? What's that movie called? Untouchable. I forgot what it's called. Let me see.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with all his movies. Like, I remember Brother, Where Art Thou? I think that.
There you go, Brother, Where Art Thou? Yeah.
Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
With George Clooney?
Yeah. Exactly. And then of course, and The Big Lebowski.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, George too is awesome. So is he one of your favorite actors?
Yeah. He's probably. I mean, him and Paul Rudd are like. Yeah.
That's right. You're favorite Paul Rudd, huh? We'll find out. Let's listen to this song right here called John Turturro. Let's go.
On a dating app, he took me to Jersey Mike so he could use a buy one, get one coupon. Don't mind that I had to pay. We both knew he was getting laid. Just something about his face. Brown hair, amazing smile, thin lips and pale skin. If you don't say much, we can eat and go. A familiar stud, he looked like Paul Rudd.
There's Paul Rudd.
Swiping through these dating apps, it don't take much to be my match. Just the right angle to make you look like Paul Rudd. Met this guy on Instagram, he took me to Starbucks, even though I was craving Mo-Bar. He said, sorry girl, I'll make it up to you. I'll take you to Los Dorados, best flautas in El Sereno. Olive skin, brown eyes, curly hair, and handsome thighs. If you don't say much, we can eat and go. 'Cause he looked like John Turturro. Yeah, he looked like John Turturro. Swiping through these dating apps, it don't take much to be my match. Just the right angle to make you look like John Turturro.
Beautiful. John Turturro, the song by Dee Fur. If you're just joining us, Dee Fur, podcast host as well as a musician. She's amazing. She's here live in studio with us. If you're just joining us, this is the Race Slays Radio Show. There she is in studio. Awesome song.
Thank you.
You not only do you know about movies, you got the food in there. That's what I love. It's awesome. Crazy day. You have a thing for Paul Rudd, huh?
Oh yeah, he's my favorite since Clueless.
Nice, it's Clueless.
But a fun fact, I used small local shops in there. I know I mentioned Starbucks, but I really wanted Mo-Bar. They actually have their brick and mortar now, and well, brick and mortar, I guess, at the mall, the Montebello Mall.
What? They're in the Montebello Mall?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because they used to have like a little one. Were they like in LA or something like that?
Well, it was a mobile bar. Oh, actually, they were in El Sereno. Yeah.
El Sereno, right.
And then they got the spot in Montebello Mall. And Los Dorados, I guess they've always had their shop, but it hasn't been open. That's in El Sereno. They finally opened it up, but they just had that truck. Awesome truck.
What's the name of the taco? You said it in the song. What's the name of the taco place?
It's Los Dorados.
Los Dorados.
And they're flautas.
And then what?
They're flautas.
Oh, the flautas.
Yeah.
The flautas at Los Dorados?
Yeah.
Oh, heck
they're in El Sereno. But they used to be at Brujeria like every other week.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
So it's a taco truck.
Yeah.
Crazy. So you gotta tell me where that's at later, or else I gotta follow them on Instagram. They have an Instagram?
No, yeah. Check them out. Los Dorados on Instagram. Yeah.
Dang,
and Mobar.
And Mobar.
Always gotta support the small businesses.
Dude, I'll go to both of them. Make a little vid. That's awesome. Yeah, that's what's sick about it. Your songs are hilarious. They're about places that we know in this area. They're about fun things like movies and food and of course what caught me was it involves tacos, which is my favorite food in the world. So I immediately gravitated to your songs. Let's listen to another song called Glenn.
Oh yeah.
Real quick here.
The other day at the taco stand,
Another
I
taco
tried
song.
not to stare, but you spilled salsa on your pants. I saw her too. She's beautiful with the drawn on eyebrows and her lower back tattoo. But I hope she makes you happy, drives you insane. I hope she makes love to you for hours on end. And I hope she likes to read and she hates raisin bread. I hope she does the dishes and she folds your underwear. And I hope she makes it hurt. I hope she builds you up just to leave you in the dirt. 'Cause I saw you've been dating for a while. 'Cause I check your Instagram every now and then. I saw you met her family and she moved in. I saw you got a job and you work out at the gym. But I hope you buy a ring and you think she's the one. I hope you see your life with her and then she runs. And I hope she makes you love her and then it ends. I hope she cheats on you with your best friend Glenn.
Is Glenn a real person?
No.
I was gonna say if he was a real person, he'd have a little case for stalking on you.
I named that song after Glenn Hansard. So
Glenn who?
Glenn Hansard. He's one of my favorite artists.
Glenn Hansard? He's like a painter or what?
No, he's a singer-songwriter.
Singer? What the heck?
Yeah, he's
How come I
from
don't
The
know about this guy?
Frames. Yeah, and Swell Season.
Swelled Season, that band?
Yeah, very mellow. I'm not sure.
Hell yeah.
Oh, not The Frames though. It's more rockin'.
The Swell Season. Dude,
Oh, what did I say? The Swell.
Huh?
The Swell.
The Swell Season?
Yeah, I don't think I finished my thought.
Oh no, sorry about that. No, I just freaking love talking. That's why I love talking to this girl, because she knows so much about music and just freaking. When you say bands, I'm like, dude, I gotta check that out, because you the bands you listen to, and we'll get into it on her podcast, that they're really really good. Like they're chill, they're locals, and a lot of them are different. It's not your typical bands, which is because I think it comes from me like listening to like 89.9 my whole life, like since I was really young, like Morning Becomes Eclectic, Chris Doritas, that type of stuff. Those bands that were on there, nobody knew who they were, and then over time they got more popular. So it's kind of that idea. And I always say that like a lot of times like this, and it'll probably, I know it's going to be with you because of all the bands that you have on the show. A ton of those are going to get famous at some point, right? Like a few of them are going to get famous. Some of the rap artists that I've interviewed at some point probably going to get famous, but you just never know, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, at this point, like, I don't know, like if you're in it for fame, go for it. But I'm more about the music, and the support of the community and stuff. So yeah. I mean, I hope the best for you. Like if you freaking pop out a one-hit wonder, that's like the best like case scenario, I guess.
Yeah.
Or not. But yeah, I don't know. One-hit wonders would work for me. Use my song in a Taco Bell commercial. Yeah,
Exactly.
That's all I want. I just want some
Oh, dude, I
little
was
bit of
gonna
cash.
ask you. I was gonna try to use one of your that taco. So you have a taco song,
Yeah, I got a couple.
dude. I want well, like almost that almost every song has some tacos in it. But there's one that's like a really. We'll listen to it at the end. There's like a taco. Me.
Mi Sancho Pancho.
Mi Sancho Pancho,
Yeah.
that one's sick. Crazy. So yeah, it's all about. So if you listen to her songs, you listen to her style, you'll start to understand the cleverness of Dee Fur. She's hilarious, she's funny, and then the show. So you know that the podcast is going to be just like that. Let's check out the podcast really quickly here. The 110 podcast, and I'll put the link right here in the chat for you guys so you can find that really quickly. There you guys go. The 110 podcast. I want to check out, for example, well, first of all, the intro song. Like you say something about, you barely hear. It's like 69, then the 215, then the one. What are you saying?
So that's a parody of Brack from Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Like he does a song called "I'm Going Down Highway 40." It's like from my high school days. So he's basically like saying all these numbers, trying to get a feel, and he's like, "I'm going down Highway 40 in my big old pickup truck or whatever." So I just did the same thing, but with 110, and then I threw in, "I'm listening to a podcast" at the end.
Oh man, that's
So
freaking awesome.
it's a rip off Brack.
Hell yeah. So let's listen to this. I want to listen to a good example of your show is the one with where you do Soft Spot, which is a cool band.
Yeah.
Episode number 108, I believe. Yeah, 108. Listen to that real quick. That's the theme. I love that.
More A Perfect Circle. And listening to everything, this is the only song
Thank you, Penny Polish.
that sounds like this one doesn't sound like the rest, if that makes sense. And I've said that before, and like this one kind of sticks out. Even though I dug it all, I really did dig everything, and I almost went with another song, and I'll touch on that later. And with that, I am going to play a clip I got from the band. Yay, I finally got a clip. I like reworded what I sent to the bands. And you, spoiler alert, you're going to get a clip next week too. Whoop, whoop. Anyways, yeah, so you're getting a clip from the band followed by a clip of Use Me. And so let's take a listen.
So basically, Use Me came out of a time where I was listening to a lot of the band Dive, D-I-I-V. And if you don't know them, go check them out. Do yourself a favor. They're so sick. But I wanted to like capture the fluidity of their songs and kind of how their songs ebb and flow. Just love the structure. I love the sound of a Dive song. It's everything. But at the same time, I was also seeing this girl who at the start made me feel really special. She would say all the right stuff. You know, I mean, I just thought that she was genuine. And it was at a time I was trying to find myself. And I just kept meeting the same people over and over again. So I truly hoped that this was going to be different. But turned out to be the same thing, saying the same things as everybody else does. But the line, baby, use me, maybe just a little bit more, is like said in more of a satirical sense, but is derived exactly from that feeling in that time of life. And like, you know, this person was just using me for whatever, you know, XYZ reason, while I got nothing in return, you know, because baby, use me a little more, you know, why not use me a little bit more, right? But we actually recorded the song a couple times in our rehearsal space until we really found the sound and how we wanted it to be perceived and stuff. And we were up at Nada Studios in Montgomery, New York with our buddy Bobby Edge. Go record with Bobby Edge. He's the man. Couldn't say enough great things about him, but that's when the song really came alive. We even played it a little bit different beforehand, like live and stuff, before we recorded the final version. But, you know, so what you have now with the Use Me that you hear is has been months and months and months of us, you know, crafting and trying to make it into something that we, you know, want it to represent Soft Spot. And, you know, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's supported us, and thank you to 110 Podcast. And you can follow us on Insta at Soft Spot the Band. And thank you so much.
Damn. Like you said, they have that like kind of tool edge to perfect circle type. Sick. Nice. This was just kind of like a little bit more poppier, huh? That's awesome. I love that band. Let me play her intro one more time. I want you guys to hear it. I don't know if I had it on.
Oh yeah, that's what I was checking. Someone texted me. They're like, we can't hear anything.
Oh, cool. Let's just the intro to the 107.
I'm going down Highway 110 in my big old pickup truck. I'm going down Highway 110 in my big old pickup truck. I'm going down Highway 110 listening to a podcast in my big old pickup truck.
There it is. The 110 podcast intro. Dee Fur, if you're just joining us. I love that you say that you don't know anything about music, that you shouldn't have a pot. You know a lot about music. Like to me, you're like my expert at music. I love watching your show. I love finding out about new bands, and you play music, so you should be obvious that you know a lot about music. You're awesome. You have a beautiful voice. Your songs are awesomely written. So you know about music, and you pick great bands. What I think people and fans will enjoy is the way you gravitate towards local bands, and you're like, even if they're from Connecticut or wherever you find them, you're like, dude, I want these bands that are like not 25K, 30K, these bands that haven't made it yet, that you seem to have a heart for local musicians. Where do you think that comes from?
I mean, I'm a local musician
Doing the same thing
with not a lot of listens, and when I first started this, well, I kind of stole the idea from Jason Ferguson, who was episode 99. We used to podcast with him. Well, we were on his podcast. He was on our podcast. Oh, man. I want to say 2014. We looked that up.
Oh, wow. This podcast has been on that long?
No. The Listening Party podcast has been on since 2009.
Oh,
yeah.
Dang. Oh, so you have another podcast called the Listening Party Podcast since 2009. I see that here's a sticker right here. Boom. Got some stickers. 2009. Crazy. The Listening Party Podcast. What's that show about?
So that one is just once a month, and it features our friends or local. We just started bringing on local artists to get that in-depth interview aspect. But it's a themed podcast where the guest gets to pick a theme, and then we all pick a song to fit the theme. So the one coming up in February, the first Monday of every month, is going to be depression songs. And we're going to have Vincent Brew, local artist.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So you just pick a thing like depression, and then you play a bunch of depression songs?
Everyone gets to pick a song about depression. Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
I mean, that's not the theme every week.
Yeah. What other themes have you had?
But that's what he picked. So, let's see. Winter songs. We had My Best Friend on in December.
Crazy.
I'm blanking right now. But anyways, Jason Ferguson had from a basement in Tulsa years ago, and he featured local bands. So I kind of just stole that idea, but I didn't want people coming into my house. So I just asked for clips, and I didn't have the time to do that. So it was just like 10 minutes, short, sweet, to the point,
Nice.
Everyone's attention span with TikTok and everything. It's like, dude, you can listen to a 10-minute podcast. And I just shout out to Oscar. When I was describing the podcast with him, he's one of my friends. He was like, oh, it's kind of your love letter to a band. And then I was like, I don't know, if no one else tells you that they like your music, here I am. I'm going to tell you what I dug about your music, and hopefully you enjoy that. Hopefully you keep creating. Like, that's all I want. I would want to hear that.
That's it. So. Just one person. Like, I'm that one person that's going to tell you like you're doing good, and it's probably encouraging for the bands,
Yeah.
That's freaking sick. Before you found this Connecticut band in Instagram, they're awesome. By the way, I reached out to them. Hopefully they're coming to my show too, because they're freaking a sick band. I really like the tool edge to them. They before you would find these bands on Instagram, how did you find them?
It was
because that was the 108th episode. So you've had a bunch of bands on the show. How did you used to find the bands before?
It was a struggle. It was just whatever Spotify recommended. It was
Spotify.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spotify releases new release radar. So I would just click band after band, hoping that they'd have less than 1,000 listens, or 2,000.
That's the thing. That was going to be the question I had. It's like, even if how was that? Give us a picture of what that's like, picking bands. Like, they might sound fantastic, but for you and the way you do things, like when you click on it, if they don't have less than 1,000, they don't make the cut, right?
No.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I mean,
but that can take a long time.
I have a poopo loophole where if they just have one song with less than 1,000 listens, I'll try. I mean, I'll feature them. I'll feature that one song. Sure, they might have over 2,000 monthly listeners, but it's a give and take. Like, those bands usually don't send me a clip, but
right.
But maybe they'll share it, and I'll get some followers out of that. It's a give take. It's a lot goes into it. Yeah.
Yeah, that, I mean, it would take longer to find specific bands, but then it's true. Like if I hit up a band with like 50,000 followers, they're not gonna reach back out to me anyways.
Yeah.
So it does make it a little bit easier. That's crazy. What about like the format? Like you once you find them, do you like send them a question and then they just pre-record the answer? Is that how it works?
Yeah, I just ask them to send a clip less than 3 minutes because it's only a 10-minute podcast.
So you got 3 minutes.
Yeah, and hopefully they send me a clip. Email, that's it. Yeah, just shoot them an email message. I've had some bands that there's no social media presence, so
they don't have a social media.
No, like
no wonder you don't have 1,000 followers. No.
I found this one band that I saw at the Roxy with my best friend, like in 2024, like in 2004. Like I was in college, and they didn't have their stuff up anywhere, and they finally put it up, but there was no Instagram presence. There was just the music. I guess he decided to put it up
just like on Spotify.
Yeah, and less than 1,000 listens, and I was like, oh snap. Well, and I featured it just because it was like nostalgic to me. That one time I saw them in college. Yeah,
dude, I can imagine, because that's true, because like, I mean, Spotify, everybody knows about Spotify now, but it's still baby, right? Nobody, like, all the famous bands, all the pop bands that you've ever seen, all the hip, biggest bands, Dr. Dre, everybody, they've always been on there. But none of now we're like, these local bands are like playing catch up, right? Mm-hmm. Like all the bands that we listen to, like at the clubs, like you said, La Roxy, or, I brought a band in here that is pretty well known in East LA, Backyard Boogie Band, but they're not on Spotify or anything like that. Like, so they finally got on Spotify. It's much easier to have them on, because then you can just use Spotify to kind of play their their tracks. But yeah, some of them are not even on Spotify. I had to discover, what is it? Is it GarageBand, or not GarageBand, but
Bandcamp?
Bandcamp.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys are just on they're not even on Spotify. Yeah. They're on Bandcamp, right? Mm-hmm. So you gotta like so you gotta like find the find the URL, plug it in, and then you can play from there. But yeah, you're right. Like they're just catching up. But it must be awesome to finally see that band that you love on Spotify, and then you go and interview them.
Yeah.
Right?
Because I mean, I featured that band on the Listening Party podcast a while ago. I mean, not all those episodes are up because, yeah, we've been doing it for forever. Okay. Yeah, and I think we had to use the CD track. Like, my husband burned it, and ripped it or whatever, and then that's how we played it.
I barely got one. I finally got one of those things, because I have a bunch of CDs, and I've been playing. I DJ on Twitch, so I finally got one of these bad boys, and I can play my CDs on there. It's freaking sick. That's smart.
So that's like, I had no access to them except for that CD that I bought that night. Yeah. So
yeah, that's the thing. And then do some of them like a lot of times, some of the artists will ask to be on my show, and then I'll be like, oh sure, and then like, let me look at your Spotify, and they don't have one. Like, does that happen to you a lot? Like, they'll be art. Let me ask you first: do a lot of people, because of the show's kind of getting known, do a lot of people hit you up to be on the show too?
No, I don't take recommendations, and you have to be on Spotify, because that's the whole gimmick. Like, less than 1,000 listens on Spotify. You can send me your Bandcamp, and I'll check you out. Like, I'm always down to listen to your music, but that's the whole thing. Like, there's a playlist that goes along with it. Shout out to Ed of Expand Your Playlist. He's collaborated on a playlist with me. So most of the songs from the 110 have a Spotify playlist. So like, you can go check out every single band, almost every single band that I've had. Some songs have been taken down. So yeah.
Oh, crazy. Okay. So you have a playlist on Spotify from the bands that you've had on the show.
Yeah.
Awesome. Crazy. Yeah, it has to be, I know it becomes difficult, because you're like, when I get requests and they're like, I want to be on a show, and then I'm like, where's your Spotify? Oh no, I haven't put nothing out. I wrote these. I wrote these bars. I'm a hip hop artist. I wrote these bars. I'm like, well, where do I play them? How do I play them? If I have you on the couch, how do I play them on the show? It makes it difficult. But for you especially, it's structured. I love that. You're structured. You're like, dude, you have to be on Spotify because then I got to see if you're less than a K, less than 1,000 followers or listeners, and it just goes well with your brand, the way you have it branded.
Well, it's honestly just what I like. And if I don't like your stuff, I will check it out. But if I don't like it, I'm not going to be genuine. Like, it's not going to be genuine coming out on the podcast. So only songs that I love. I could definitely tell you every single song that I've ever played. Like, I've loved that song. Like, I've loved that band. Every
show is legit. It's like
that's coming from my heart. Like, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
That's my time right there. Like, I will listen to everything that they put out. Like Vincent Brew, he had like freaking 9 albums, and that was just under his one name. Like,
dang.
Well, you should listen to the listening party when it comes out in February. He says he has over like 45 albums or something like that.
45 albums?
Yeah, just everything. We talk about it. Yeah. But
how many, like 9-10 songs per album? Is he like Prince or what?
Check out Vincent Brew right now. Like,
Vincent Brew?
I listen to all those albums.
Vincent Brew. B-R-E?
B-R-E-U.
U.
Wait, B-R-U-E. My bad.
B-R-U-E. There it is. Let's play it.
Oh, that song that I featured, his episode was "Has Anyone Seen My Jock Jam CD?" Yeah.
Has anyone seen my? What?
Yeah.
I see. It's raining. It's stupid. Old timer.
It might be like back there. I had to dig deep for that one, but I was like, "This is it. This is what I'm playing."
Oh, because dude, yeah, look at this. He has this album here. 2000.
I forgot what album it's on.
What was it called?
Has anyone seen my Jock Jam CD? You can probably just look it up and it'll pop up. There's not many songs with that title.
Yeah, that's a mouthful. Has anyone seen my Jock Jams?
Yep.
So, see my Jock Jams
CD. But anyways, yeah, just to let you know, I love all the songs I bring. So I really don't want to bring something that I'm like, meh.
Right. Exactly. That's crazy. That's yeah. It's like here. I'm gonna play. Let's play this one here. I couldn't find that Jock Jams.
Oh damn.
This one good?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
This is Vincent Brew.
Jeez, let's go.
It's been a while.
Hold on, guys. There it is. This guy knows how to sing. And he's one of those less than K follower too?
I don't know. This doesn't sound...
This song's gonna be like a million or something.
I don't think this is it.
This isn't it?
I can't see, so...
Vincent Brew. V-I-N-C-E-N-T?
Yes.
Brew, B-R-U-E?
Yes.
Whoever that guy was... Well, this guy says Vincent Brew. It's freaking awesome.
Okay.
Maybe that's not the guy.
But like I said, because he had so much stuff, I only listened through once, so
right.
Maybe I don't remember.
Crazy. Well, that guy was good. Whoever's that, check that guy out. Vincent Brew.
Maybe it was him.
Vincent Bruce. Holy moly, that's crazy. That's sick. But yeah, like to your point, it's just that you it's real. That's what you can just say about it. It's like, I love that. I give a lot of grace here. I bring on well, for me, it's like that too, though. It's like, it's got to be good. Like, if it's crappy, I might kind of like ghost you on Instagram. But you're specific. You're like, no, you don't tell me what bands go on.
Yeah,
I put on bands that I like. And that may seem kind of rough at first, but it's there's a reason. It's because you want to know, you want to be real. Like, I like this band for real, and I think it makes more sense if you watch the show. You're very knowledgeable, and you tell exactly why you like the band. And by the way, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there are episodes where you say why you don't like some bands or some songs, right?
Yeah, the last one. Well, I think I called him out. I just wanted horns.
I just want more cowbell. I wanted more. You wanted more horns?
I wanted more horns on a song. I just heard it and I wanted to love it, but I was like, nah, this needs horns. But that's not the song that I picked. So, but I was just going through the track
that's
list.
what I think you do. You pick a song, but then you'll say, and there's these other songs that I didn't like, and here's the reason why. Right? I think you do a lot. Sometimes you do a lot of that too, right?
Yeah, probably. I'm sure. I'm very honest. That was Monorail, by the way. Like, check out that band. I really dug them, but they needed horns.
They needed horns. Monorail, you need more horns.
Yeah.
Listening Party's in the house. Listening Party podcast in the house. There it is. Follow them right there. The Listening Party. You guys have YouTube? Perfect. I'm going to tag you on that.
We do?
Looks like you do so far, but somebody made one. Listening Party's on there. What's up, Listening Party? Welcome in. Welcome in. That's not Vincent. Double name. Double name. I don't know what that means. He's saying, or she's saying, or whoever that is.
That's Rod, my husband.
Oh, is it Rod?
Producer Rod, yeah.
Cool. He says, that's not Vincent, double name. I don't know what that means. Double name. Who knows?
Oh, I guess there's several.
Is there more
Vincent Brews, yeah.
Vincent Brews. Okay, cool. Well, check out Vincent Brew on the Listening Party podcast. That's where you'll find it out.
That'll be out the first Monday of February.
The first Monday of February?
Yeah.
Awesome. And it's on Spotify? The Listening Party pod? Let me go.
I make all the intros, so if you play the intro, that's me.
That's awesome. Podcast. There it is. Who's got the... Oh, Tim... No, that's Tim Listening Party. What?
The Listening Party podcast. I know it's a mouthful.
Party.
At the LP pod on Instagram. Yeah.
What the?
It's the same logo, black and white. We've had it for...
But you guys are on Spotify?
Yeah.
Huh. The Listening Party podcast. Oh, it's not. My thing's whack.
Boo.
Podcast. Tim's Listening Party shows up. Great. Thanks, Tim. The Listening... Am I spelling it wrong? Listening Party. Podcast. The Listening Party.
I'm sure, like, if you don't listen, it's like buried.
Oh yeah, there's lots of just listening parties. It's crazy. All right, well, look it up. I'm gonna find it. I'll find it for you guys. We'll put it in the link on the YouTube video there anyway. So don't worry about that. We'll get that going for you. Crazy. But there you go. There you have it. That's the bands that you have on there. You find them yourself. How do you like? Has it made it easier for you that because now same thing for me. Like since I've been interviewing a lot of bands just be popping up on my Instagram feed. Does it make it easier for you?
Yeah, right. They've kind of figured out the algorithm has figured me out a little bit more than that episode with Soft Spot. And recently I checked out my own, what is it? New release radar, that Spotify playlist. Because I would only listen to my husband's, and he has better music taste than me.
What? Producer Rod.
I use my my Spotify for work, so it's a lot of kiddie stuff. So when I first checked it out, I was like, "This is messed up. Like it's not getting my stuff, you know."
Right.
But I recently checked, and I was like, "Oh, less than 1,000." I found like 5 bands in my last
so
new
you never
release
know.
radar. So it's getting better. Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
So
That's
I'll use
awesome.
that, and also open mics, but again, open mics are rough, man. But I've met a bunch of cool people. Like I met Jericho at open mic, and the writers rounds too. Those are a bit like a step up from an open mic.
What where was it?
A writers round. There's a bunch of chapters. Greg Artavia runs most of them, and like the OC, I go to the one in Fullerton. So those are featured artists. You get 3 songs. There's 2 rounds. And then there's also an open mic round where you get 2 songs. There's 2 open mic rounds.
Oh,
and
crazy.
Pour Company and Fullerton. Great food, great atmosphere, great music. It's going on right now. It's going on right now. Huh? What?
The Pour Company you play there?
Yeah.
Dude, I love that place. I forgot the chef's name, like Sean or something like that. Dude, the food's good there too.
Oh yeah. We haven't eaten anything we haven't liked there.
Oh man, that's freaking awesome. Painting Polish is trying to send me the open spot. I hit the open Spotify, but it didn't go to it. Crazy.
So that's on Mondays. Yeah.
The writers
round, Fullerton.
Writers round. Okay. Cool. On Mondays in Fullerton. Dang, I didn't know they had that. Dude, if you want to check out Pour is a freaking awesome place to eat, awesome place to chill. I love the vibe there. The chef is always doing something new, constantly doing something. The menu that there's on, it's never what it says on the page. It's always something different. He's wild. He tries different things. Killer bar, killer outdoor area, and the indoor area is pretty cool too. If you want it to be quiet, but outdoor is there's bands playing in the back, like Dee Fur, the writers round. You said on Monday. Crazy. So the good thing is you play at these places, and then you probably meet people that jam, and probably not knowing your taste, like it's very specific. Maybe not every time that you play there's a great band, like they could be great, but they're not like DeeFur style. Right?
Yeah, I mean it's singer-songwriter, so sometimes they accommodate like a couple people playing, but yeah, and it's kind of hard to tell. Like you kind of just ask, like grab their Instagram or whatever, because then what's on Spotify could be totally different because it's stripped down at the writers round. It's just them and their guitar, you know.
Right. They're just doing a solo,
piano, whatever they bring.
Yeah, I've seen that where there was a band I had on here recently that was just a guy singing, and then you go to his Spotify and they had this sick bass player and this drummer and this violinist. I was like, damn. And then I had him on the show, and it was like we could play the Spotify, because for a show you need that full kind of almost that full sound. It makes it better for the speakers, makes it better for the listeners. But yeah, so yeah, you just crazy. I don't think people realize the type of research that goes into this type of stuff, right?
No, yeah. It's a lot. And you think like 10 minutes, but there's editing, there's prep, there's waiting for a clip if you're going to get a clip, and
right.
Yeah. And then the listening party, like we try and keep it like at an hour. Editing, I love to edit. Like I know you just like put it up on. I just
recently stopped. I got tired of editing. Yeah. I might edit this one because it's so good, but I got tired of it because it takes, like, if you're what you're probably going to say, and you can continue. It takes a long time, right? If you have an hour of footage,
it's 2 hours. It's 2 hours at least. Yeah. And I don't even edit. It's all raw. Yeah. Dang. So it's a lot. That's why it's only once a month.
Oh, so listening's only that your long form is only once a month. Yeah, dude. I would do this. This is my normal workflow. It'd be like I'd interview you, and then after you're gone, I'd sit here for 2 hours till midnight, editing for Spotify, uploading to the specific date that I want it to go, and it just, like, besides the amount of time it takes to edit, uploading to Spotify could take all night. I just let it run, because it's never going to finish. It was just too much. So that's why I love doing the live. It may not sound perfect. It may not be great. There may be bloopers in it, but hey, it's so much time. It's very time consuming, right?
Yeah.
Crazy. What about like bands, like not every band, and I would say a lot of band hip hop artists are great. They are all about promoting themselves. They're like, yo, I got these beats, I got these tracks on, boom, boom, boom. They'll give you their website, they'll give you their Instagram, they give you.
Yeah.
But sometimes band artists are kind of like chill. Well, I think some of them are kind of like yeah. Like you'll ask them a question, they're like, oh, so how did you like what was your inspiration for that song? And then they'll be like, yeah, yeah, it was just playing music, like sometimes do you have to like draw it out of them sometimes?
No, because with the listening party, if we're inviting you over to the house, we got to know you a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So Jericho's been over. I keep mentioning Jericho. Shout out to Jericho.
Yeah, shout out to Jericho.
I've seen him at an open mic, so we're like, all right, he seems like he's not gonna murder us. We'll invite him over. Vincent Bruce, same thing. Velodrone when we had them over. Yeah, we kind of have to get to know you. And I mean, if you're sending a clip, like I feel like. Yeah.
For the 110, it's easier because they're recording it.
Yeah,
and they're
you're
not
recording
with you.
it. Yeah. So you're just going to record it if that's your energy, if that's what, I mean, there's some older clips where I'm like, oh, what were they doing or where were they? There's all this noise in the background, but it is what it is. Like, I appreciate a clip, and like at the end of the day, that's your energy, like whatever you're giving me,
Yeah,
that's your brand or whatever.
Yeah, I would be more worried about the listening party because they actually are there. But the clip, they're going to say something.
Selective.
Yeah. Oh, and that's another danger too. Is like people come in your house. Like that's another whole thing. But I think you're right. Like if they were going to do a clip, like what they wouldn't waste their time. And there's no pressure.
Yeah, I don't get clips. I haven't gotten a clip in a while. I think I don't remember. I did for Monorail. I don't think I'm getting a clip this week. Yeah, the deadline's already passed. So
okay.
It's hit or miss when I get a clip. Yeah.
Okay, so sometimes, so there's probably. I mean, who knows? There's probably. I mean, there are a lot of bands. That should be the question. There are a lot of bands that just don't respond with the clip.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the last band, they were from Australia. Public Servants, check them out.
Public Servants.
Love them. Yeah. I don't know. They're a what's that word? Novelty band from Australia. Really love their stuff.
What do you mean novelties? Like they play AC/DC or something like that?
No, like there were parodies on working for the government. I guess that was kind of their whole thing. Yeah.
Crazy.
So it was pretty funny. But I didn't get a clip, and I feel like I gave them like short notice. It was like 2 days or something. It was around New Year's. So I was like, I'm probably not gonna clip. I gave him a boo, but it was a boo for me because I didn't give him time. Like the holidays were crazy. So,
always are out of control.
So last year I think I took a couple weeks off for the holidays, but I started bringing in artists when I hit episode 100. I collaborated with my favorite bands, No Application Fee and Rome Apart, and we actually went to Black and Gold Studio in Whittier, and they recorded an acoustic song for me, and I loved it so much. It was a great experience.
No Application Fee did an acoustic song for you?
Yeah, for the 100th episode, and Rome Apart as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Dude, that's a sick band. No Application Fee?
Yeah.
I love that. They were almost on the show.
I know. I'm
they
sad
had a wedding
that it didn't happen. Freaking Andy, get your shit together.
If I can find, I want to play them right now. No Application Fee.
So once we did that, every 10 episodes, I was like, I'm going to bring in a band to record. Not a band, an artist. Yeah. So I've had Avi and the Ghost. I've had... Who's the other? Oh my God, I'm totally blanking. Greg Artavia from Writers Round. And I'm going to have my buddy C-Flu for episode 130. Yeah. So just to break it up a little bit. And the week after, I take a break. Like, I don't put out an episode, give it 2 weeks to get listens, whatever. So needless to say, I just kind of ran through the holidays, but it was a mess. I was tired.
Crazy. So how many episodes do you think you put out a year?
I don't know. It's different now. How many weeks are there? 150 something?
There. How many weeks in a year?
Yeah.
52.
No. Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
52 weeks in a year.
I messed that up. maybe 45.
Nice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's about where I'm
I
at.
try and be consistent. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is only my third year, I think. We're going into my third year.
Nice. I think that's where we're at, like third year or something like that. Crazy. So you started around the same time.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But anyways, just trying to support local bands if you're cool. It's
cool.
rough inviting. I'm telling you, like, if back in the day with the listening party, yeah, we had artists over and it was a whole different mindset. I was like, you want to come over? Yeah, come over, like we'll record a song or whatever.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, no, dude, I gotta know these people. I gotta see them a couple times.
Yeah,
like,
dude, it does get a little nervous. Especially like in the hip hop era, like in the rap, you gotta kind of stay like happy hip hop. Are you guys happy hip hop? Because I can't have like killers over here, so it's a little scary. But a lot of the great thing about technology is a lot of them been doing virtual.
Oh yeah,
I've been bridging them in with Twitch. I have a Twitch account, so I bridge them in, and then we go live on YouTube. So that makes it easier. But yeah, it's a little nerve wracking bringing in strangers. But I think your tastes and the way you kind of narrow it down based on your taste, it makes for a much more quality show. Especially for someone like me, and like I mentioned before, the way I listen to music, and I'm kind of similar to you, is I'm not looking for like, the newest thing on the radio. I'm looking for something unique. Mm-hmm. And so that's what's great about your show. It's 25 now episodes of unique bands. It's like you can go through your show, and if you want to, like, you've done all the hard work. So for us, we could just go onto your show and find the unique bands because they're all right there.
You just go to the playlist, like, yeah.
There's a playlist too. What's the how do we look up the playlist?
It's the Expander playlist, XYP times 110 podcast, I believe. Because honestly, Ed from Expander playlist put that all together. I was gonna do it, and I got lazy, and he was like, I'll just do it for you. I already did it, and I was like, all right, cool. Because he makes playlists with artists and stuff.
Oh, crazy. All right, well, we got to find that. We'll get the links for that, put that on the YouTube as well. Crazy. That's out of control. Yeah, I love the bands that you put on here. Rod is the producer, so he makes it sound super crisp. Is that your husband?
Yes.
Awesome. Rob or Rod?
Rod.
Fantastic. Producer Rod, making it sound really crisp. Yeah. Dude, I wish I could get that sound. The sound that you guys like is super clear. Your voice comes out clear. What kind of mics are you guys using? These kind of mics, or are there mics?
No, ask Rod. He's in the chat room.
Nice.
I know nothing about that stuff.
Rod, you're doing a fantastic job. The sound sounds super clear. You have a great voice as well. You're naturally a podcaster, so we know that. Your music's amazing. This is Dee Fur, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming on.
Can I shout out one more thing?
Yes, please. You got some shows coming up?
I picked up right after I posted this that I was going to be on a podcast.
SM58, yes, Rod. That's what I got. Awesome. Hell yeah.
All right.
Did you get a show?
Thanks, Rod. Oh, yeah. Opening just two songs at the Horseplay at the Angry Horse. So that's their comedy night. Every first Thursday. Yeah. Angry Horse in Montebello.
Hell yeah.
That's their comedy night. February 6th. What a coincidence. They booked me. Right.
Hell yeah.
I was about to come on this podcast. Yeah.
Nice. There you go. Dee Fur at the Angry Horse in Montebello, February 6th. What time's the show?
I believe they start at 8. Yeah, I'll probably play. Like, I'm playing first. I'm like an opener. So it's like 2 songs. So. Hell
yeah. We got to check that out, dude.
But it's a good show. We try and go as often as we can. It's down the street from us. So yeah, but I love it's not an open mic. It's a comedy night. So comics are pretty decent.
How's so it's an open mic comedy show?
No, not an open mic.
So they're good.
Comedy show. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Open mic.
So how's the parking? That's what I always ask. Old men always ask about the parking.
Same, but yeah, it's pretty good. in the summer it was a bit rough because they had the night markets on Thursday as well, like right across the street. But you know, you got Boulevard right across the street if you want to bring in food. Yeah. But parking's pretty okay, has been pretty okay in the winter.
Nice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I got to check that out. Hold on one second here. I think my Spotify's all messed up. I want to hear one song before we get out of here, guys. Hold on a second.
No application fee.
No application fee. Oh man, the problem with them is their lyrics are a little rough for the family show.
Oh,
But sure,
that's true.
Let me go on here.
I still love it.
Oh yeah, they're hardcore.
We should get Rome Apart in here after they release their new album.
Who are they called?
Rome Apart.
Rome Apart. How you spell
A
that?
rock band. Rome, Rome Apart.
Rome Apart artists. Rome Apart, come on the show. I'm playing your song right now.
That's a jam.
Ooh, hell yeah. They're from around here?
Yeah, Long Beach.
Long Beach? Sick. Sick bass player, I'll tell you that. There it is. Ooh, the guy knows how to sing too. Of like Incubus and 311-ish kind of mixture. If I can describe something.
But I can't hear now.
Oh, it's like a
Incubus and 311. You said?
Yeah, kind of like that. Do you feel like that, or what do you think? How would you describe them?
I've never tried to compare them. I don't think. I just dug them from the first time I heard them. Like them and No Application Fee. There's like no comparison for me. It just sounds good.
Especially No Application Fee. They're doing hip hop. The bass player is funky as hell.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of freaking great stuff. Let me see. No Application. Let me try to find one where they're not cussing too much. That bass. Yeah, this might get a little wild.
What?
It might get a little wild, this one.
Oh.
What's that, man? That's that, right?
Yeah.
That's all you get. No application fee until the next time when you come on the show.
Nice.
What's the guy's name? I forgot his name.
Andy and Gil.
Andy and Gil, that's right, guys. Come on the show, man. Let's make this happen. Let's get Itchy back on the show. Let me try to find one more here. Let's see. I'm trying to find one more for you, but I can't. I don't know why it's not popping you up anymore.
Boo.
Let me see. I lost your. I have like your 110 podcast pops up like crazy, but your actual songs, like your music, doesn't pop up right away. Let me go here. There we go. There we go. I would like to go out with me, Sancho. How about that?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Thank you again for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for taking your time. This is the show I listen to, the 110 podcast. This is my girl that plays such cool music, really hip stuff, and it's unknown. A lot of people don't know about the bands that she has on. So check that out, the 110 podcast, and check out Dee Fur on February 2nd or February 6th at the Angry Horse at 8 p.m. That's their comedy hour at the Angry Horse. And here is me, Sancho.
Worry, he's not cuter than you, but man, can he cook dinner for just us two. And
this might be the future Tacos in the Manana soundtrack, if Dee lets us.
Taco man, makes delicious tacos. It is taco stand. Here's my taco man. Taco man loves making tacos. It is taco stand. Didn't mean for this to happen, but it was late at night. I was craving some tacos, so I went for a drive. And I tried Taco Bell, but that shit sucks. Then I ran into Pancho and his taco truck. Somehow we got to talking about his meat. He's got the freshest ingredients, and you know I like to eat. And at $1 a taco, that's a price you can't beat. And wouldn't you know, Pancho lives down the street. He's my taco man. Taco man loves making tacos. It is taco stand. He's my taco man. Taco man makes delicious tacos. It is taco stand. He's my taco man.
There you go. Juice gang gang, juice gang gang. Stay thirsty, my friends, and not dangerous. Have a great one.